opinions expressed in this live show are individual and are not necessarily representative of Spirit Live or Toronto Metropolitan University. Thank you for tuning in. Hello, everyone. Welcome back to my live show, ChristianiTEA. My name is Selena, and I'm a Christian content creator and media production student at TMU. I'm so grateful to be here with you today. This show is a space where I invite women to chat about navigating our faith in our early 20s, and I discuss everything from trials and tribulations to community, friendships, relationships, and more. You're listening to the series finale of ChristianiTEA, Persist and Persevere. Woo! Little round of applause for ChristianiTEA. So today is going to be a roundtable talk with my friends as we revisit some really important discussions that we've had throughout this season. But before we get into that, I want to introduce them because they're just so amazing. We have Peyton and Jennifer. Peyton is a co-host for today's episode. She's a third-year media production student at TMU who's passionate about screenwriting, singing, and she just got back from the Junos. Okay, Peyton. Her favorite verse is Romans chapter 8, verse 39, which says, "Nor height nor depth nor any other creature shall be able to separate us from the love of God." I love that. Now we have Jenny, who's a social work student who has a heart for empowering young girls and uplifting voices that are often unheard. Her favorite verse is Isaiah chapter 43, verse 19. And it's her favorite because it reminds her that God is always making a way in the wilderness and creating beauty from the unknown. Amen. I love that. I'm so excited to have you both here today on the show. So let's start off with a cutesy little icebreaker. So we're going to play Rapid Fire Q&A Faith Edition. So I'm going to give you guys 3 questions, and you guys are just going to give me a quick answer. You know, it doesn't have to be too deep, just something, whatever comes to your mind.
Sounds good.
Okay. So number 1, what's one piece of Christian dating advice that you've received or would give to someone else? Who's going first?
I can go first. I don't know if it's necessarily Christian dating advice, but never go to bed angry. I feel like applies to relationships romantically and platonically. And it's also so structured in faith too, like this idea of forgiveness and just to never go to bed angry. Just forgive.
I love. Jesus forgave. Why can't we?
Exactly. Amen.
Jenny, what do you think? Oh, I think it's your button. Try.
Okay.
There you go.
I'm sorry about that.
No
but
worries.
I think something that I've always been taught is to never compromise your values and the importance of being with someone that shares the same faith as you, and that somebody is going to push you towards God instead of pulling you away.
Amen.
So I think it's that you never compromise your values just because you like this person, but does this person push you towards God or pulls you away?
Girl, and we're going to be talking about that. It's yes, this is so important. And I really love that because I think, for us, we're still young women. I mean, I know we're mature. I know we figure a lot of stuff out on our own. But, there may be times where it's like sometimes we forget who we are because of somebody else. And it's like, no. So I really love that. Thank you. Number 2, how do you support your friends in their faith journey? This is a good one because I'm like, we always think about, okay, how can we support ourselves or what are we doing to, continue growing in our own journey? But how could we help our friends and the people that we love?
I think I would say is just by being present and also support their small victories in their faith, even if it's as small as I prayed today, celebrate that. Or I read a Bible verse today, that celebrate that. Or even a big accomplishment I decided to get water baptized this month. I feel like supporting your friends and celebrating their small victories, I feel like that's a great way to keep the friendship flowing.
I love.
Yeah, I think to add on to that, to keep your friends accountable, because I feel like when you have a community of faith-based friends, it can really help you to, keep each other accountable. Maybe your friend is having trouble getting up and praying in the morning. You can be like, let's do it together. Let's grab coffee. Let's do it together. I think that's really helpful.
I love that. I think I would agree with both of you guys. And I think the biggest thing, to sum up, like you said, though, be present. There's so many times where we're always also so busy and it's I think the best gift you can give to somebody is your time, truly, because it shows that you care. No matter, you're putting your own things to the side to be like, no, girl, I'm here for you. I know I can show up for you. So I love that. Number 3, what is one Bible verse that brings you peace? So this is going to be like, I know you guys gave me your favorite verses, and you don't need to have anything memorized, but if there's a certain Bible verse that, you know, it comforts you, it's something that you run to when you need a reminder, what is that?
I think I'll say Matthew 6. It's somewhere in Matthew 6 where it says, do not worry about tomorrow. And like, I think just that idea of like, I'm someone that always worries about the future. So I feel like that verse of like, do not worry about tomorrow, but tomorrow has its own troubles, and just focus on today and just understanding that God is already in tomorrow. I feel like that brings me peace, that like, tomorrow's going to come anyway, and God's already there.
Amen.
So it's either you trust him or you don't.
Amen.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think that's a verse that brings me peace.
I love that.
Yeah.
I think for me, a verse that I always run to is Psalm chapter 16, verses 8 to 9. I have it up here, guys. You know, sometimes I can't memorize everything, but it's highlighted, which shows you that I'm always going to it. But it says, I always remember that the Lord is with me. He is here close by my side, so nothing can defeat me. My heart and soul will be very happy. Even my body will live in safety. So I think it's really similar to yours, Jenny, because it's like, we just need that reminder. Whatever is going to happen has actually already been written out for us.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? I want to feel that safety in Christ. I want to know that I'm covered. Like, I don't have to figure everything out on my own. And that's something that I struggle with. But this verse brings me back to reality. So, yeah. Peyton?
Yeah, I don't know if there's a specific verse, but I know through Isaiah, there's a lot about I will walk with you through the fire, through the storm, through the water, right? It's this idea that God is there with you through all the trials and tribulations that you face.
Yes.
And that you're never doing anything alone.
I love that. The key theme is like, guys, we're okay. Like,
Yeah.
we don't have to figure it all out. I love that. You guys did so amazing. Okay, that was so fun. Before we get into the conversation, I'll just bring about the verse of the day. It comes from 1 Timothy chapter 6, verse 12, and says, fight the good fight for the... Yo, hold on. This is not my verse.
It's okay.
I'm like, this is not my verse. Hold on. Verse of the day, 1 John chapter 4, verse 11. It says, dear friends, if this is how God loved us, then we should love one another. And I think that's exactly what we're doing here, is we're showing up, we're being accountable for each other, we're being friends to one another. And this is just an amazing space. And I'm so grateful for you guys. So from here, let's do segment number 1. Okay, this is going to be God-centered friendships. I want us to talk about what are the benefits of a God-centered friendship, what are the expectations around these friendships, and how do you identify when a friend is not a good influence despite whatever their faith may be? Do you know what I mean? I think there's so much we can talk about in terms of this. What I will say is, what are the benefits of a God-centered friendship? Even though you guys might not always be on the exact same page, at least you have that reassurance that like your ethics and your values and your morals align. Do you know what I mean? And that can be the case even with friends who like don't share your faith, no problem. But I think you feel a stronger sense of that as well. With a friend that shares your faith. And then what are the expectations around that? I think we kind of covered it. Like, be present for them, be there for them, be accountable, hold them accountable. They should be holding you accountable. Like you said, Jenny, celebrating the small things. Like, these are all things that I think we would want for ourselves. So these are the expectations that I try to give to my friends too. Yeah. What do you guys think? Benefits, expectations?
Yeah, I totally agree. I think that it's very possible to have friends that don't share your faith.
100%.
But when you have people in your life who share that faith, there's something you can always go back to find like a common ground when you have disagreements. You know that like you're not going to lose your friend over an argument because you have this common moral grounding. Yeah.
Yeah, and something that I could add on to that is just that thought of like we're both pursuing God as individuals, and like I think it's reassuring that when I'm going through a lot that a friend can be like, oh, can I pray for you? Instead of like trying to find this solution, and like their first response is prayer. And I feel like there's something different about that. There's something different about a friend that knows how to pray for you.
even the comfort that you, like you saying that, I was like, oh, I felt that comfort already. I'm like, because sometimes we don't always know what to say. We don't always have the advice to give, but it's like, even a prayer, like that makes someone feel so loved and cared for.
Yeah, because in certain situations, it's like, well, there's nothing I can really do for you. But it's like, but you can. Like, you can pray for them.
I know something you could do, actually.
Yeah.
And something that I heard was that the richest place you could be is in someone's prayers.
Wow.
And I feel like, and I feel like ever since I've heard that, like, I never, like...
Put that on a t-shirt.
Like, ever since I heard that sentence, like, I view a prayer differently.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's amazing. I love that. Okay, let's kind of move into how can we identify when a friend is not a good influence? And when me and Peyton were kind of going over this episode, this is something that I know you brought up. And I think we kind of all experience at some point or another where it's like, let me take a step back. Is this working? Is it not? How do I go from here? Regardless if they're Christian or they're not, or whatever the case is, how can we identify, are they a bad influence? Am I overthinking? Is it something that I need to talk to God about? What do we do? What do you guys think? Or have you experienced something like this?
Yeah, one of the first ways I feel like you need to kind of evaluate your friendships is, do you have to choose between them and God? You should never really have to do that.
Me and Jenny,
like there shouldn't be a compromise, you know? Like your friendship should be in alignment with God's will.
Yeah.
Even if they're not Christian, it should still never jeopardize your morals.
Right.
And something I could add on is that just what their fruit, like what fruit are they producing? Like in the Bible, it talks about the fruit of the Spirit. So are they producing love? Are they producing patience? Are they producing kindness? Are they producing self-control? Like what fruit are they producing? And if it's exactly the opposite of what the Bible says about producing fruit, then
there you go.
That's your answer.
Simple.
Yeah, that's your answer.
I agree. And I think something, actually, my grandfather taught me this from when I was super young as well. And I think it still stands true today, is like, I try to have friends who I actually look up to as well. So it's like you said, Jenny, the qualities even that you have, right? For me, something that I've been working on, like, as I've been getting deeper in my faith journey is, okay, hold on. Let me unlearn these things that I thought were normal, such as whatever it is, gossiping or doing this, doing that, whatever. So in like the process of that is me actually seeking out friends that I can look up to and that I feel can teach me something or be there for me. And of course, I'm going to do the same for them. So it's that equally yoked friendship. We always talk about that in the the relationship side. Yeah. But I think that's so key to having, a true friend that you can depend on. And so for me, if you're my friend and you're doing things that I can't really agree with, that are drawing me back from God, like you said, Peyton, or making me choose between, wait, am I doing this because that's what I feel is right through Jesus, or am I going to do this because my friend's convincing me to do it? It's like, no, you just have to be, I think, hyper aware of the people you have around you.
Yeah.
And worst comes to worst, it shouldn't have to be worst comes to worst, but just pray about it. Like, read the Bible. It's right there, actually.
One prayer that I really like is praying that God removes anything from your life.
Quickly
too. That isn't meant to be there.
Yeah.
Because a lot of the time we have trouble identifying it in our own self, but God can see it. Yeah. So just praying, God, whatever I don't see, whether it's my relationship, my friendships, whatever it be, remove it from my life if it's not meant for me, if it's not here from you.
Yeah.
And God is going to answer that quickly.
You better be sure when you're praying that. Yeah, I love that. And I think, submitting to God's will is most important. There's so many times where you can be like, no, I'm going to keep this person around, or no, I'm going to keep doing this because I want to. Baby, God's will is going to come through and things need to change. You know what I mean? So I love that. Thank you. Okay, I have a little activity for us. This is a very activity-based episode, but I love it. So this is going to be Who Said It, Bible or Best Friend? So it's going to be, I'm going to read you guys some quotes, and you're going to tell me, this is kind of like a Bible knowledge test. I hope you're ready. This is going to be me telling you these quotes, and you tell me, did it come from the Bible? You don't have to tell me the verse.
Oh, okay.
I'm not going to do too much. But you tell me, is it something that actually came from the Bible, or is it something that came from Bestie? When it's Bestie, it's like random, those unknown quotes, Instagram quotes, whatever.
Okay.
Number 1, a friend loves at all times. Bible or Bestie? Just scream it out. And then I'll tell you what it is.
It's giving bestie.
I don't know. I was gonna say Bible, but like, 'cause you're supposed to love at all times. So I'm just like, I don't know.
Okay, so you don't have to agree. You guys can tell me.
I think it's a good middle of both.
Okay.
Because a friend could also say that. I feel
Right.
like the Bible could also encourage his love as well.
Okay. So final answer.
I don't know.
Just guess. It's okay.
I don't know. I'll say Bible.
Bible.
Yeah.
I'll say bestie.
Yeah.
It is Bible.
Oh.
This comes from Proverbs chapter 17, verse 17, which literally says a friend loves at all times. But I agree. This is such a middle ground. Like, no matter what, you should be loving at all times, right?
Yeah.
But this is what I love too about the Bible is like a lot of these things that people think are common knowledge. It's actually God's word. You just didn't know.
Yeah.
So I love that. Okay, number 2. True friends are never apart. Maybe in distance, but never in heart. Bible or Bestie? It's kind of poetic.
Yeah, that's definitely bestie.
That's bestie.
Bestie? Are you sure?
I think that's bestie.
I think I don't know. It's giving bestie.
It's giving like
poetic.
It's giving Psalms though, Proverbs.
I don't know. I think
I think you're trying to trip us up.
I don't know.
I don't know. I feel like it's poetic. I think that's something you can read on a card.
Yeah. At Dollarama, the birthday.
Yeah.
So final answer?
Bestie.
Yeah, you're right. You guys are too good. Even when I was saying it out loud, I'm like, this is so poetic. This is like Dr. Seuss level rhyming. Okay. Number 3. 2 are better than 1 because they have a good return for their labor. Bible or Bestie? Come on, y'all.
Bible.
Okay, period. Now, what chapter? What verse? What book?
Is it John? Is it John?
Give me, actually, just guess, and I'll just tell you if it's right. It can literally be anything.
Let's go John 9.
Okay, just tell me the book. So, John.
Yeah, I think it's John.
Ecclesiastes.
Okay.
I would have never guessed. It's very hard. There's so many books, but you guys did great. That's Bible. Okay, number 4. A successful marriage requires falling in love many times, always with the same person.
Bestie.
Bestie. Yeah.
But the Bible teaches us so much about marriage, though.
Yeah, but I don't know if it would be worded like that.
No, maybe, there's so many translations, though. It's like easy translation, like ERV.
No.
It's given Pinterest.
Yeah. So we're saying Bestie?
Yes.
You guys are too good. Okay. It is Bestie. Now, let all that you do be done in love. Bible or Bestie?
Bible.
Yeah. I'm not even going to trip you guys up anymore because it's not working. Okay, Bible. It comes from 1 Corinthians chapter 16, verse 14. Great job. Next, the best relationships are the ones where you help each other grow closer to God. Bible or Bestie?
Bestie. But that also has like biblical context
That's what I'm like, this is a good one because...
I also think it's bestie, but I think that one's kind of a middle ground one again.
Yeah. So the best relationships are the ones where you help each other grow closer to God. So we're saying bestie. Okay. It's bestie. I'm trying so hard to keep a poker face. Okay. Your value doesn't decrease based on someone's inability to see your worth.
Bestie. Yeah.
Yeah? It is. I should have got like harder ones. What the heck? Okay. What do I have here? God didn't add another day to your life because you needed it. He did it because someone out there needs you.
Oh, that's a good quote. I'm not gonna lie. That touched
That
me.
hit, I know.
But that's definitely bestie. But I'm still like marinating.
But that's a nice one,
that's
though,
a nice
right?
one, yeah.
Bestie.
It is bestie.
Can you repeat it?
Yeah. God didn't add another day to your life because you needed it. He did it because someone out there needs you. That's beautiful.
That's a really good quote.
Yeah.
Wow. New wallpaper, new lock street. Okay, last one. I am fearfully and wonderfully made. Come on.
Bible.
Yes. One of my favorite verses. I'm like, yes, I actually am wonderfully made. Like, thank you for reminding me. That is Bible. That it comes from Psalm chapter 139, verse 14. That was great, guys. You get like pat on the back. You guys are so good. Now I'm introducing this other little thing that we're going to do at the end of each segment. This is where we're going to do a check-in. Okay. So my check-in question to you guys, what's one way a friend has helped you grow in your faith? Give us a little time to reflect.
I think for me is when I was going through like one of the hardest seasons of my life, I was going through like intense grief. And I feel like one way a friend has able to help me grow closer to God or just grow my faith by just like sitting with me in my mess, like not trying to find like a solution, not trying to like find to fix the grief that I was enduring, but like they were able to like cry with me or just sit in my sorrow with me. And I felt like they were able to teach me that like Jesus can do this with you too, if that makes sense.
I love
that. And I feel like it was really comforting to know that like Jesus is also sitting here watching me cry, but not just looking at me like, girl, get up, or like, hey girl, like I got you.
Yeah.
So I feel like that experience of my life really shifted my perspective of how I view God. And yeah, I feel like that has been a really alternative motive for me.
I love that. I feel like I'm sorry, my lip is starting to quiver. That is so beautiful because it's like we said, we don't always have the answer. We don't always know what to say, but it's like just having that person that's there for you. Like you said, that's a physical representation of Jesus.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? I can't imagine how powerful and comforting that must have been. That's beautiful. Thank you for sharing that. Peyton, what's one way a friend helped you grow in your faith?
I think for the longest time I had trouble knowing how to pray. You know, I think that's such a struggle that people don't talk about.
It is.
It's just like, it is so hard to pray, especially when you don't know what is really on your heart. And I had one friend who helped me like learn how to pray by just being like, say what's on your heart, and if there isn't anything, just sit in silence until something comes. And so we just sat in silence together until I had something to say. And then it just all came out, and it was these things that I didn't even know were in my heart. And it was so helpful because so many times I think I put off praying because I don't think there's anything to pray about.
Yeah.
And what I've realized is when you just sit with God, something will come.
Yeah. I love that.
Yeah.
I feel like, conversations with Jesus, it's so easy once you get to that point of like, wait, I could do that? Like, wait, God, all I have to do is talk to you? Like, I just need to like start a conversation with you?
Yeah.
That for me was a pivotal point in my faith journey as well, because I grew up Catholic, and Catholic prayers are all Hail Mary. Like, it's very like structured faith, and it's very structured prayers, which can be great. Like I grew up even like praying the rosary, like, that's great. But then for me, when I kind of shifted into my faith where it is now, I was like, but now what do I do? Like doing this doesn't feel right. How can I go about this? Like my words aren't good enough for God. Like this doesn't seem impactful enough to even like not worthy enough for me to bring to Jesus. And it's like, no, like He's your father. Like He's there just to listen. And it's like, I needed that. Yeah. Do you know what I mean?
Even as a child, when my mom was teaching me how to pray, she's like, pray to God like you talk to me. Like pray to God like He's your best friend. Like, like she always encouraged me like, He's a friend, like talk to Him like He's your friend. Like anything that you want to say to your friend, like just say it to God. Instead of saying that your friend's name, just say God. Like God, hey, this is what's on my heart. And I feel like that has really shift my perspective. Yeah. And like as I grow into my faith, like the more you get to know God, the more you know what to say. The words will flow. Yes. The same thing as our best friend. Like more you get to know your best friend, like the words are naturally going to flow. You're going to call her randomly and be like, hey, like even though if it's not planned, but like you know what to say because you know your best friend. Yeah. And if you apply that to the same thing with God, the more you get to know God, the more the words will flow out of your heart.
I love that.
Yeah.
And to add on to that, I feel like a lot of people think when they pray, it's because they really need something. Something's gone wrong and they're coming to God.
It's like a last resort. Please, Jesus, help me.
Yeah. But when you think of it as a friendship, you don't go to your friends just to be like, hey, all of this has gone wrong in my life. You go to be like,
figure it out.
You go to say, hey, this is really going well. So you can thank God for all that's going right in your life and just be like, hey, I had a really good test today. Or, I did a really good job interview today. Like, thank you for letting this go well. And just thank God for all that He's given you as opposed to just only going when you feel in desperate times.
Yeah. That's good.
I agree. I think that's perfect. And I think for anyone who's listening that's like still trying to figure out their faith, or even people who have been like, in their faith for years, I think this is so valuable for them. Just a reminder, even. We always need that.
Yeah.
I think for me, what's one way a friend helped me grow in my faith? Honestly, what I would say is through having this show. Like the amount of girls that opened my mind up and helped me like learn so much, not only about Jesus, but about how beautiful like being a young Christian woman can be.
Yeah.
That has been so, so impactful. And for example, like Jenny, this is your second time on the show, and it's like, I love that you wanted to come back, and I love being able to have you back here and like us continuing to connect as friends and like, as young women and trying to figure all of this stuff out together. So I think for me, where I stand now versus where I was when this show started, I'm so much different. Like,
Wow.
I feel so much better. I feel so much happier. I feel so much more like fulfilled in my faith. And that's all glory to Jesus. And so much thanks to all of my friends that come on the show. Like, wow. That's it for segment 1. So we'll be right back after this song, and we'll see you then.
Am I so sure? How do I know what's mine and what's yours? How can you stay with faith like I see? It's simple. I don't always know the answer. My God, He knows what to do. And I can call on Him every second I wake. For goodness sakes, He said, ask and you receive. Seek and you will find me. Knock on the door and it will be open to you. He said, worry not, be anxious for nothing. And I'ma trust Him through it all. Know who to call, find the trouble on the double. He's there, willing to renew my heart and mind. My heart and mind be changed. Ask and you receive. Ask and you'll receive. Seek and you will find me. You will find me. Knock on the door and it will be open to you. Open to you. You know it's true. Ask and you receive, ask and you'll receive. Seek and you will find me. You will find me. Knock on the door and it will be open to you. Open to you. Open to you. He hears my cry. Seek, knock on the door.
Hello, we are back. So that was the song is called 7-7, like 7:7, and I think it's for a Bible verse, but she doesn't put what the book is. But her name is Aure, like it looks like aura, but then you add AE at the end. What a beautiful song! Like it's so calming. We were just saying, I already feel like more balanced now. So we're going to get into Christian dating yet again. This was something I talk about it every season, but then this season it was the first episode. And I'm like, there's literally so much we can say that it needs to be brought up again.
Yeah.
We're going to talk about the evolution that happens in relationships. In particular, going from regular dating to Christian dating. Because this is something that I've experienced, and I think I mentioned it sometime before. But yeah, what I will say is I think evolution in relationships is completely normal. I think it should happen. And I think it's super healthy as well. Because if the relationship is stagnant and doesn't change, maybe it's like, okay, why? Like, are we not growing as people? Like, there's all different things to consider. For me in particular, when me and my boyfriend first started dating over 2 years ago, I was not the woman of God that I am today. Like my faith was not nearly as strong. Like I was going through a bunch of different things, and I feel like I didn't have a solid foundation. And that being said, like when we had gotten to a relationship, it was just regular dating. Like for me, like it was like, okay, yeah, we're dating, that's great. But I feel that there were no obviously there were expectations and boundaries set. But not in the way that I would set them now, being a Christian, having a relationship with Jesus that's so strong. And so when he and I both started to grow in our faith, like last April, we actually got baptized together, which is so amazing. So I'm like, that's how we're getting better and stuff.
Yeah.
But as we started to develop in our faith individually, a lot of stuff in our relationship changed naturally for the better. And that's in terms of boundaries that we had with each other. And I think to have a really vulnerable and open conversation, one thing, I feel like this is something I've obviously never mentioned before, but I think something that we go through as young women too is the lust aspect, the sexual aspect.
Yeah.
We have to talk about it.
Yeah.
I think I've avoided talking about this because it's sometimes it's how much do you say? How do I approach it? But I think it's normal. And so many women our age experience confusion around this because it's either you don't have anyone to talk about it to, or it's your first relationship, or you're trying to figure it out on your own. But what I will say is that was a hurdle that me and my boyfriend had to kind of figure out together.
Yeah.
Because it's we're at this point now and it's a serious relationship, and we both are prioritizing marriage as the outcome of this relationship. I'm not playing around and he's not playing around. So the conversation went from okay, yay, we're together, we're so happy, but how do we maintain this, and how do we maintain it with Jesus at the center of the relationship? And so me and him had to have honest conversations about what lust can look like and what sexual relationships can look like, and what shouldn't look like, and how we approach that, and what needs to change between that. And it was challenging because something happens and then all of a sudden now it's not happening. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's to say it in so many words, it's something that you both have to be on the same page with.
Yeah.
Because if it's not, somebody's unhappy, somebody's unfulfilled, somebody's questioning if it's right for them. Do you know what I mean? So I think evolution in relationships is normal. And I think especially when you're developing, your spiritual faith, you need to be honest with yourself and with your partner about how you continue to approach your relationship. So that's kind of my piece. I feel like I'm kind of censored because I can't say much because of the platform, the radio station, but I think that's my piece.
Yeah.
And I think the story that comes from this is just be open and honest with your partner.
Yeah.
And just always be like fluid about the conversations that you need to have. Like, it's okay. You guys will figure it out. And if you don't, it's not for you.
Yeah.
Right? What do you guys think? Like, what do you think about that whole, even if you haven't experienced like that regular dating to Christian dating, what do you guys think about it? How can people approach that? Like, what does that look like? Or what advice would you have for people that are figuring it out?
I think for me is, as I was learning about like Christian dating, like something that I've learned is that the difference between regular dating and Christian dating is that regular dating is more like, oh, I just want to be happy, or this person completes me.
Right.
But Christian dating is not about you. It's about if this relationship honors God.
Yeah.
And like the things that you guys do, it goes back to your values. Like,
Yeah.
you know, am I dating this person? The things that we're doing, is it honoring God? Is it? It's not about you, if that makes sense.
Yep.
Like, it's not about how you can make me feel or what you can make me do. And like, we can go on dates and act cute and like do things for Instagram, blah, blah, blah,
But
blah,
what's
blah.
really there at the core?
Exactly. So what's the root of the relationship? Like the things that you guys doing, like, is it really honoring God? Because if it's not, then what's the point? What's the point? So I feel like that was something that I've learned of, like, if the person that I'm going to be with in the future, like, if I'm going to have this person around and this is someone that I see myself marrying, and the journey to get to that point, like the things that we do must honor God, right?
And I think that goes back to what you said at the beginning of the episode of like, don't change your boundaries. Don't change what like your expectations. This is, you need to approach that honestly with yourself and with whoever you are with or will be with. And even in terms of friendships, like it connects with so many things. Yeah, I completely agree.
Yeah, you have to know yourself too. Know what your boundaries are.
Yes.
And don't test that. That's the thing. You need to know, like,
Well,
like,
don't do nothing. Yeah, like literally though.
And that's the thing, because like you need to know, okay, if I'm kissing this person, what's it going to lead to? And if it's going to lead to anything, don't kiss them. Like, you need to know what like you and your partner can handle.
Yes.
And don't play around with that, because you don't want to get in any territory that you are going to regret, because it's going to be so much better if you wait till marriage and you experience that the way that God intended.
Don't play around with temptation.
Yeah.
Because quickly that will become the idol, I think.
Yeah.
In that relationship. It's like, oh, it's okay. We can just do this. Or we can just do that. Like, it's okay. You're just trying to convince yourself.
Yeah. And you're allowing like the lust to win.
Yeah.
And one thing about us as humans, we trust ourselves too much.
Too much.
Yeah.
Too much. We trust ourselves too much.
Yeah.
And it's really about like, hey, I know we struggle with this particular sin.
Yeah.
But like, our flesh is weak, but our spirit needs to be stronger. So how could we make our spirit man be stronger in situations like these? And that's restraining from it, period.
I love that. Oh, guys, 10 minutes. I keep looking at the clock. I'm like, no, we need another hour. Let's move into segment 3. This is like a scenario-based thing where all three of us are going to quickly present scenarios and give a very brief explanation of how we would approach it for timing's sake. Okay, let me go first. Scenario number 1. You have a close friend who is making choices that go against your faith. Do you speak up? Do you distance yourself? Or do you continue the friendship as is? How do you navigate this while representing your faith? What do we think?
I've actually had like a personal experience with this where one of my friends who the root of our friendship was faith, but some of her actions were not lining up with what she was proclaiming and what we had built our friendship on. And so how I decided to go about that was to do that prayer where I prayed to God, if this is not for me, remove it from my life.
Right.
I ended up bringing this to her attention that the things that she was doing that she wanted me to be a part of, I was not comfortable with. And I tried to remove myself from those aspects of our friendship, right? I still wanted the Christian friendship that we had, but I just couldn't continue with the parts that she wanted me to do that didn't align with my morals.
Right.
And she ended up taking that and completely removing me from her life. And at first I was just kind of like hurt because I didn't mean to lose that friendship completely, right? But then I was like, no, I prayed to God, remove this from my life if it's not meant for me. And clearly it was not meant for me because she couldn't understand or respect my morals.
Yeah. And there goes the boundary thing.
Yeah.
Thank you for sharing that. this is real. Like,
Yeah.
I've experienced this too. And it's like, yeah, we actually asked for this. You asked Jesus for this. Like, here's your result. And it's like just kind of, realizing it's okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Jenny, let's do scenario number 2.
Number 2. Let me pull it up.
I had my girls be prepped for them. So I'm like, okay, guys, you're going to do this and this and this.
All right. So scenario number 2 is you are in a relationship with someone who says that they are Christian, but their actions don't always align with biblical values. How do you discern if this relationship is leading you closer to God or pulling you away?
Okay, can I say my piece?
For sure.
Mm-hmm. So, words are just words. Anybody can say that they're Christian.
Yeah.
Anybody can have a Bible verse in their Instagram bio. Me and Payne literally, I was like, when we brought this up yesterday, I'm like, Payne, you know those people that have that, John 3:14 in their Instagram verse, and they cannot even recite it. They don't know what that is. They've never picked up the Bible. You need to go, and you mentioned this earlier, Jenny, you need to go based on not only their actions, but their fruits of the Spirit that they produce.
Yeah.
I can say I'm a millionaire, but am I a millionaire? No. I can say I'm this, but am I really? I'm not. You will know deep down. So the part about how do you discern if it's leading you to closer to or further away from God, you actually will know. I feel that depending on the circumstance, it's actually not confusing. I think the only confusing part is when you try to convince yourself that like you can change the person or that, oh no, I'm just reading too much into it. No, babe. It's not confusing.
Yeah.
If you have to question that in the first place, you have your answer.
Exactly.
Yes.
Love is not confusing, and your faith, nobody should be confusing you out of your faith. Do you know what I mean? That's my quick piece. Peyton, give me scenario number 3.
All right. Scenario number 3 is someone in your life, whether a family member, partner, friend, professor, or employer, has asked you to do something that goes against your morals. How do you navigate this situation without sacrificing your personal values?
I think this is a sticky one.
Yeah.
Because it's like, especially if like I have a personality like me, like,
Yeah.
I don't want to step on anybody's toes. But I feel like it's important for you to speak up. Because this is something that you stand on. This is something that you live by. But I feel like the way that you address, like how you're going to speak up really matters.
Yes.
Because if you're not addressing it with love or with anger, that's really contradictory to what the Bible even says. So I feel like, yes, address what your values are and that you're not going to do X, Y, and Z, but it's how you address it matters most.
Yeah.
Hope that makes sense.
It does.
Yeah.
Makes perfect sense. Guys, wow. What a great, I'm like speechless, and that never happens because I like to talk a lot. My name is Selena, and that's it for today's episode. Thank you so much for spending time with me, and thank you to my beautiful friends, Peyton and Jenny and Maria, my lovely switcher, for spilling the tea with me. Follow the show's Instagram and TikTok at ChristianiTEA to keep up with the latest. All episodes will be posted to YouTube shortly, just in case you missed us live. I want to take these few little minutes to just thank every single person who has interacted with the show, who has followed the Instagram or the TikTok or liked something or commented something or like come up to me to talk about something related to this show. You don't know how much that has meant to me for 4 seasons. When I started this show, I was in a very different place. And I started it because I just had this feeling from God that I should try my best to use this platform to talk about him. And when I look back at my first episodes, I'm like, girl, what were you talking about? You were such a baby Christian. But I think, like I said earlier, when I look at that girl and then I look at myself today, I'm like, wow, you are so different. And I cannot thank Jesus enough for that, for putting this passion, instilling this passion in my heart, and for giving me the resources to make this show happen. And for all of the women that I've encountered that have supported me and lifted me up, even when I was unsure if I should keep continuing or if I was doing good or if I'm like pleasing God. Thank you, Jesus, for allowing me this platform. But also thank you for allowing me to magnify your glory, because I think Without this show, I would be still in a very different place. And I don't know what's next for the show, but I do know that I don't think I can stop it here. I think there's more.
For sure.
I think maybe just on a different platform. And that's all going to be up to God, and I know that He will guide me through that. So, yes, thank you again. I'm so surprised I didn't cry. Like, I'm such a crier, but I think this has been such a beautiful journey. And yeah, I'm just really grateful. So stay tuned for what happens next for the show. And I'll be back soon. Bye, guys.
Bye.